I've talked to so many people that want to get into real estate, but it'll take them about 5 or 6 years to actually save enough for a down payment on a piece of property. Now, okay, great. You saved up for 5 years. Now you got a piece of property that's cash flowing you $300, $400 a month. Well, that's why in this video, I want to talk about why you shouldn't be investing in long-term single-family homes if you're beginning, because while that's great, it did take you 5 years to save up to buy that first property. Well, now you have that first property, but you're only making about $300 to $400 a month extra. So with that extra income, you are now able to save up maybe whatever the amount is, and it's going to take you 4.5 years instead of 5 years now. And now I get it, the snowball effect, right? The exponential curve where you start out slow, you gradually build up speed, and eventually it just gets to a point where you can just buy a piece of property every single day. In that example I just gave you, it almost took you 10 years to buy just 2 properties. That's why whenever you are beginning, I don't think you should be investing in long-term single-family rentals, because if you're trying to acquire your financial freedom, it's not going to get you there any sooner than just investing in the stock market. I get it. I'm a real estate guy. I'm not a stock market guy, but there are other ways to invest in real estate that doesn't have to take you 10, 20, 30 years to financially get your financial freedom. There are other ways to accelerate your financial freedom by acquiring long-term single-family homes, and that's obviously buying with equity, cash out refinancing, doing the BRRRR method, a ton of different things. There are 2 key ways where you can accelerate your financial freedom and start thinking about retirement in just 3 to 5 years. The first way is the traditional way of house hacking, and the other way is my version of house hacking. If you don't know what house hacking is, I'm going to break down the traditional version, then I'm going to break down my version. The traditional way is where you buy a 2 to 4 unit, you live in 1 unit, rent out the rest, utilizing an FHA loan where you can get 3.5 to 5% down. You live in 1 unit, use it as your primary residence, because according to the FHA loan requirements, you have to live in the property as your primary residence for 1 year. So you live in 1 unit, rent out the rest, and theoretically, the rent from the other unit is going to either cover your mortgage, or it's going to cover your mortgage and pay a little bit of cash flow, depending on the area, depending on a bunch of different factors. I have one-on-one coaching students doing that right now that are profiting $2,000 a month. And now there is a way to actually get it for 0.5% down. So literally 0.5% down that you're putting down. So if you're buying a $100,000 property, you only have to put $500 down, but I'll get to that in just a second. But my way of house hacking is where you buy a single family home in a high appreciation market, again, utilizing the FHA loan, 3.5 to 5% down. You live in the single family home for 1 year, you ride that appreciation wave, you sell the property in 1 to 2 years, depending on tax purposes, and you sell it. You roll those profits into more properties, and you buy another single family home in a high appreciation market. Again, you're gonna have to live there, which that single family home is deemed a primary residence. Again, ride the appreciation wave, you buy an investment property, etc., and you just build up that snowball. Before I show you how to buy a property for literally 0.5%, I'm gonna do something for you. I wanna offer you something. I just opened up my doors to my one-on-one coaching. I'm only going to be taking about 3 or 4 students. So I'm going to leave a link in the description down below this video to my application process where you fill it out, and I decide if we're a perfect match for each other. I hold your hand through the entire process, helping you find the properties, find tenants, buy the property, literally everything. And then at the end of it, I help build you out a blueprint in order to really scale your portfolio. If you're interested, there's gonna be a link to my application in the description below this video. Now, I did promise you that I would show you how to buy a piece of property for 0.5%, and I'm going to deliver on it. I've already made an entire video dedicated to that. There's going to be a video popping up on your screen right now. So if that's something that you're interested in, click on that video that's popping up on your screen right now. But until the next video, I'm out. See ya.